Alright, folks, so day three's been a little weird. This is actually my third plate of the spaghetti that I made last night. I really hadn't ate as much today. Well, I've ate a lot. I've ate this kind of plate full. But it's been a very busy Friday. I've had to go shopping for groceries and different things like that for the weekend. I got more spaghetti noodles. 3 boxes of noodles, in fact, ready for the weekend. I got me some more sauce, some more vegetables to make up. And I still got a tad bit of this one left, so in the morning I may make up. Nah, I'll make it fresh. In the morning I'll just eat up what I got left. But we are tearing up some spaghetti. Talked it over with the family, let them know that I'm on this 10-day mini. They're on board with helping me succeed with it. And it's hard tonight. It is really hard tonight. It's been cold here in South Carolina the past few nights. And my wife made chicken stew tonight. Chicken stew and saltine soda crackers. You talking about a good combination for food right there. That's good eating. But she made a good point with it. She can make it low fat. And I told her that I'm not eating any kind of chicken. Or any kind of meat right now. While I'm doing the Mary's Mini. Because 10-day protocol. That requires 1 starch and non-starchy vegetables. And I looked over the starch list, and the choices were hard to make. Potatoes was a good choice. What else? Oatmeal would have been another good, excellent choice. I think that's one of them. Rice, definitely a good choice. I'm trying to think what else. I know there's quite a few on the list that you could go with. Pasta was definitely one that caught my eye. I like the sound of pasta. Yeah, see, same one from last night. I made this one extra saucy. It's real good though. It's Friday the 14th. But we don't have no more Friday the 13th left in this year. So, and plus, this is the only hoodie that I've got. This is a hoodie. Being it cold it was, I just wanted to wear a hoodie. This one's comfortable. It's very comfortable. I actually haven't been able to wear it because I outgrew it. Now it fits great again. I'm enjoying it. Oh, I see where some of my commenters. I'm gonna go through my comments for a minute. Let me get to my video that I put out this morning. Ooh. Yeah, I seen where some people were telling me. Well, no, that's the wrong video. That was yesterday's video. I still haven't seen it yet, but yeah, someone said they D DG9865 wrote to me, says, "Hi Latchkey, I wanted to share with you an article. I wanted to share that news article with you because I know people still argue with you about that syndrome, I'm talking about the alpha-gal syndrome. I said I saw it this morning, and you may already have seen it, but just in case, and they was trying to share it with me, but they couldn't share the link. I'll find it though. Pretty sure it's everywhere. I've had a few people tell me about it. And another person responded, Patricia Godin 8032 said, "You must be talking about the ticks. It was on the news here in New Hampshire also. Beef, pork, and dairy are the culprits. Many tick diseases out there, and all I can say is check yourself, your animals." But article was about a guy that died from it, and it was not a lingering effect. Said bang, it hit him, then he died. It said, and goes on to say, "I do not think doctors know how to deal with this disease." Yeah, and the thing of it is people could have it for years. That was me. I think I contracted it way back in 2008 because I had a lot of the symptoms of it. And I was also a smoker, so I thought the symptoms that I was actually having from the alpha-gal was due to the smoking. One good thing out of it is it led me to quit smoking, but then the effects still lingered on years and years later until I was actually doing a lower fat diet regimen back in 2022, and I discovered then that when I wasn't eating the red meat, I wasn't having the death rattle in my chest when I lay down and sleep at night, because you know the symptoms to the alpha-gal don't hit you till hours later after you eat the meat. It don't hit you right away. But that poor guy might not even know he had it, or yeah, it could cause anaphylactic shock at any time. I really have to look into that one. That's bad. That's real bad. I don't know if I shared this story with you guys yet or not. I think I might have already. But last week I went and ate some Mexican food. My aunt had took me and my wife out, and I wound up sharing some mixed fajita with my wife. And I was mixing that with margaritas. I don't know if it was the combination of the two or what, but definitely, because I figured, I knew I have the alpha-gal, but I've told you, usually I just break out in a rash, and I got that now from that one night, itching around my spots. normal places I get it. All right, sorry about that. I don't even remember where I was. I think I was talking about the experience I had last week. But anyway, I got home, and hours later, and I know it was the alpha gal. My brother-in-law has the same symptoms of what I had that night, and I never experienced them quite so harshly, because usually, I break out in a minor rash, and I have some, wheezing issues into the night, and usually I can brush them off pretty good, but that night I ate a considerable amount, not to mention the fact that I have been without. That's one of the reasons it drove me back to this Mary's Mini, in fact, now that I'm talking about it again, because I was, going to really throw in the low calorie stuff after that. But man, that hit me, and man, it hit me like knives in my stomach. I was doubled over in pain all night long, vomiting, and it didn't feel like your normal, like a stomach flu or like food poisoning. Because I've had that swine flu in the past, back when that was going strong in the 90s and stuff. And I know about running the fever and not being able to get up and stuff. With this, you're wide awake and you got your normal functions, but you're just sick. And you're not really having the flu symptoms with it, that much. It was just a violent reaction to that mixed fajita, because it was steak and chicken. And never again, I won't even try to touch it ever again. Because they say people keep saying, and you read all the time, you're always hopeful that it goes into remission, but I don't think I'm a case where it's going to go into remission. And even if I am, I'm not willing to take that risk again. That was a scary night on into the next day. That was one of the reasons I hadn't videoed. That took me away from a couple of days of video. I know someone had said it might be because of the weight gain or whatever, but at least 2 of those days last week were because of that. Going through mama stuff, and that was my fault. I had a choice to get anything on that menu I wanted. I just, how you do the fajita for 2, and Jan, my wife, she ain't crazy about just straight out chicken fajitas. She likes the steak in hers, and I think she seen that night, because that night and into the next day how bad that really does affect me. And she said that's exactly what happens to her brother, because I had never had that harsh of symptoms from it before. That was the worst I have been through with it was last week when we done that. I knew right then I'm done with beef. And to be honest with you, this Mary's Mini is pretty easy on me. I feel really good. I'm not even wanting any kind of meat right now because of the alpha gal. I don't even want the chicken, really, to be honest with you. Not right now, I don't. Not after that, because there was chicken in it. When you get sick off of something, it's real easy, and that might be part of my driving force here to complete this Mary's Mini, and why it's working so well for me right now, because I'm truly enjoying that, and the chicken stew, as much as I love it, I think I just stick with the spaghetti tonight. Might be a little while before I try something like that. Thanksgiving's a few weeks away. It's gonna be rough for me. I think if I do anything outside of the box on Thanksgiving, it might be with the pumpkin pies and the blueberry pie. I might even try to make my own versions of some of that stuff to make sure I don't get a whole bunch of stuff in there I don't want. But yeah, if you ever get the alpha gal, animal meat, especially from mammals, will make you sick as a dog. Oh my goodness gracious. eliminating it for so long, I think, really messed me up when I tried to add it back in. I think for years, you know, when I was eating and I was having symptoms from it, I could still tolerate it because I still kind of kept it in my system for so long. But being away from it for so long, I think really, really got me away from it. Because that's what your body does, you know. The alpha gal, the alpha gal is actually a carbohydrate that is found in mammals. It's found in all mammals except humans. And once a tick bites an animal that's got it, they pass the alpha gal into your bloodstream once they bite you, from the animal into humans, and from there it causes your body to try to reject the foreign, you know, alpha gal it gives you an allergic reaction because it gets into your bloodstream like that. I don't know how it doesn't get into your bloodstream when you're eating it, but it doesn't. Somehow it doesn't get into your bloodstream when you're eating it. It has to be the tick to transfer it like that and cause you to have that allergic reaction. But yeah, man, it's terrible. It's something that I don't want. I don't want. Last Saturday. Last Saturday. No, it was Sunday. It was this past Sunday. It was this past Sunday. And me and my wife went up to when I got my new camera, the one I'm talking to you on now, up at Best Buy in Greenville. They have a Red Robin up there, and I've never eaten at Red Robin before. That was my first time eating there. And the reason I wanted to go there is because they actually got turkey burgers on the menu, right? And when I got there, they had Impossible Burger on the menu. They had a vegan menu, and turkey burger was on the vegan menu. Can you believe that? Turkey burger was on the vegan menu at Red Robin, but also the Impossible Burger. My wife got the turkey, I got the Impossible. And I ate, you know, some of her turkey because she couldn't finish it all. And it was good and everything, but that Impossible was great. It was great. If that's the only way I can have anything close to a regular burger again, I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. I think I was reading on forums. In fact, let me look that up now. Well, yeah. Let's see. Can you have Impossible? B-U-R, oops. If you have so the AI overview says, yes, you can have Impossible Burger if you have alpha-gal syndrome because the products are made from plants and do not contain alpha-gal, which is found in mammals. However, you should be cautious about cross-contamination in restaurants and check the ingredients list for potential allergens like aluminums, which none of that bothers me. But yeah, I was looking through the Facebook forums, and there's quite a bit of people who eat it, and then there's some that say that they're allergic to pea protein and this and that. But it doesn't bother me. I thought it was a good burger. I thought it was great. Yeah, I'll have more of them because if that's all I can have, then I'm glad it's out there. I know with the passing of this guy, people are going to start paying more and more attention to it. The alternatives, you know, not everybody's going to, you know, just go straight, you know, this kind of diet or that kind of diet. They're going to eat what they can eat, you know, and then they're going to eat the closest thing that resembles, you know, what they can have without making them sick, you know. So you're gonna see more and more people, you know, accepting things like that. They're already out there accepting things like that. They're just not talking about it, to be honest with you. It's happening. I see all the time channels, you know, that want to talk crap about, you know, impossible meat sales going down. They show the same picture that's been floating around about 3, 4, 5 years now. Same picture of it going on sale where it didn't sell, you know. You can do the same thing with any kind of meat out there. I see turkey and hamburger meats all the time at the local grocery stores. I could point my camera at that probably on a daily basis because I'm a morning shopper. And all the time in the morning, people are there trying to get those deals, you know, where that stuff is went on sale, you know. But yeah, some reason if there's a picture taken of it that's put on the internet, that automatically means, oh, it's all bad. Yeah, whatever. Somebody's eating it. Somebody's eating it. I'm telling you that. All right, folks. We'll see you for the weigh-in. Yeah, it's been a crazy day. Day three, almost complete. We're almost there. Fishing going to day 4. See you in the morning for a weigh-in. All right, good morning, folks. It is now Saturday, November 15th, 2025. Still doing the Mary's Mini protocol. We successfully completed 3 days. 3 days of it. So technically, I'm fixing to begin day 4, but the results from the 3 days, I'm fixing to show you like I've been doing so far on the scale. Here's your time and date stamp for Saturday, November 15th. And it is just after 6 a.m. in the morning. Ooh. Hello. Please step on the scale. Crank up the old trusty scale here. And yeah, we're good. Your weight is 265.4 pounds. 265.4. That's another pound loss. We'll take it. Mary's Mini continues to produce results. That's what, 6 pounds in 3 days? I'll take it. It's pretty good. Results are happening. This is a 10-day protocol, so we'll see. We're only 3 days in and we're already 6 pounds down. So if you look at it logically, you know, 3 to 5 pounds a week is considered healthy and successful weight loss. So if we're already 6 pounds down in 3 days, then we're ahead of the game. Actually, you know, so that speaks volumes about the protocol as far as I'm concerned. Not to mention the fact that I've already lost a lot of weight for the year. So to have lost as much as I have, all I can say is it's great to have a protocol like this. And the food is more satisfying to me. I mean, you know, I done the sugar diet and it was fun and it had its perks. But at the same time, it just always felt like something was missing with it. Because it was. I mean, basically it was. So like the big difference maker for me is the satiation factor of the pasta, you know, and I will have to try other Mary's Minis in the future. Um, 10 days is a long time to go through a diet protocol, and I see where people have told me they've been doing the mini diet, you know, in smaller steps. So I may look into some of that in the future as well. Still early, folks. I'm sorry. Yeah, in the future, I plan on doing trying some more of the starches. You know, I basically, you know, I did try beans and rice together. You know, I know you're only supposed to pick one of those two, but when I was doing those burgers a few weeks back, and I was dropping pounds doing that. That was kind of like a starch mini, even though, you know, I was combining two starches with the beans and the rice to make the burgers, because I'd make up the mixture, you know, and I'd have, when I get hungry, I'd have one of those veggie burgers, you know. But yeah, I know there's a debate. You know, I'm not I'm not on either side of the fence when it comes to these type of things. I know there's a debate between the sugar and the starch within the community there. So if I was to be a neutral player in the game, which think I pretty much am, I would have to say that the starch is just as effective as the sugar. It is what it is. I mean, without the protein from the animal standing in the way of the FGF21 marker, I don't think that the sugar diet or the all fruit diet has a monopoly on that. I think McDougall had that stuff figured out a while back. I've listened to some of his talks from the past, and he's pretty much, you know, when they come up with this protocol, they pretty much knew what they were doing. They pretty much knew what they were doing, and I think other protocols were developed behind this one. Hey, look, it is. It just is what it is. I mean, you know, if that offends anybody, I'm sorry, but hey, look, facts are facts. Facts are facts, and the experience on both have been similar, but I'd say the slight advantage goes to the starch so far, being the fact that it's a lot easier on the teeth. With the new xylitol rinses and stuff that they have out now that kill the sugar bacteria, that the starch just doesn't creep up into your bloodstream the way the harder hitting sugar does into your teeth. It just doesn't. It doesn't. I know for a fact, because yeah, I've restarted the sugar diet a few times with the same detrimental effect of it eventually reaching that bad wisdom tooth of mine. And with the starch, it just doesn't happen. It just doesn't happen. If it did, if it was going to happen, it would have happened by now, and it just hasn't. It just hasn't. So I'm loving this because it's a way I can push forward into the rest of my weight loss. Uh, just trying to get through everything we got going on in life right now. But yeah, this is pretty big for me. I'm enjoying this. Yeah, this is perfect. This is perfect. Perfect way for me to continue weight loss, and yeah, just in time to get it done by the end of the year. I like to lose as close to 100 pounds as possible. And it seems like we're on a right track to do that. And I don't have to starve it off, or do any kind of heavy calorie restriction or anything like that in order to get it done. Yeah, I like that. I like that because it says something different. There's just something different going on with this weight loss protocol that's got an advantage over others, where you don't have to cut food in order to lose weight. I mean, basically, if you're cutting calories and you're putting in the activity, you can do it in candy bars, as far as I'm concerned, and still lose weight. I've done those type of things on this channel. I've got those type of things well documented from my past experiences of weight loss on this channel. But yeah, yeah, a 1 meal a day type of diet is basically, yeah. Dr. Lane Norton broke this down best a few years back in one of his videos. Basically, calorie restriction and 1 meal a day diets are intermittent fasting protocols are pretty much the same thing. Calorie restriction and those types of things go hand in hand together, meaning, they're pretty much one and the same. I can't break it down like he can, but that information is out there. If you want to look up Dr. Lane Norton and calorie talk, go right ahead, because he can break it down with the best of them. But yeah, there's something different about this, to be able to eat higher volumes of food and still be able to drop weight on that scale. And yeah, I've been eating 3 meals a day. 3 meals a day off of that spaghetti. It's the same meal, but it's still 3 meals a day at high volumes of food. Why not take advantage of it, right? I mean, it's way more enjoyable to me. It's way more enjoyable to me. Don't get me wrong, I like a good smoothie now. And I enjoy doing that weight loss. The mechanisms kicked in, and they work. But this is working amazing. All right, folks, tell me what you think down in the comments. And that is all I got for this one. So until the next one, you folks have a good one.